We're Susanna and Luke, Sulu for short. We love exploring the outdoors and going camping whenever we can. 2 years ago, we decided to build our own rooftop tent, and we are taking you along for the journey. We started by building a truck cap for our Ford F150. Watch part 1 to 3 to see how we did it. After 1 season of using the cap and saving up our money to buy the supplies, we transformed it into a wedge-style rooftop tent. We'll show you what we did, but we're not professionals by any means, so this is not meant to be a tutorial. We hope you'll stick around and see where our next adventure takes us. Welcome to part 5. We are taking this big roll of fabric and turning it into this rooftop tent. We ordered our sewing materials from JT's Outdoor Fabrics in Canada. This is a water-repellent polyester with a 100% polyurethane backing. We started by measuring and cutting the 2 side panels. Once Luke measured the dimensions, he used painter's tape to ensure that the lines were straight and to prevent any fraying of the fabric when he cut. We purchased approximately 10 yards of this fabric, and honestly we did not need that much, but we wanted to have a buffer in case we made mistakes, which was bound to happen. Next, we used a big piece of cardboard to create a window template. This made it way easier to trace around the fabric so we knew where to cut out, and we would be equal on both sides. Since this line was curved, Luke didn't end up using painter's tape for this part, but he stayed pretty steady on the lines.
The first few stitches, I'm not in over my head, you are. Holy This is the speed that we're starting at. Oh shit, do I have it backwards? I think. Yep, I have it backwards. Okay, no, good start, good start. Take 2. I think we're moving in the right direction this time. I'm not in over my head. No, we're good. We're good. We got this.
Once Luke had his little pep talk and figured out the orientation of this panel, he got to work.
Not terrible.
Came home to Luke plugging away in his little sewing machine sweatshop in the basement. He's killing it though.
About to make some
totally killing it.
I mean, we're sewing things just like with the welding, where I'm like, I'm melting metal on metal. I'm not welding. I feel the same about the sewing. I'm like, I'm not sewing. I'm just like threading stuff together. It's fine. It won't be pretty, but it'll be functional. And that's the motto of my life. Not pretty, but functional.
Be prepared to go through a lot of basting tape. And having these little clips are very helpful to make sure that the fabric stays together. Can you show us our zippers?
Yeah. So we got our zips in here. So if you want to open up your window, boom.
Wow, you did that.
Yeah, barely.
Don't look too closely, but it works.
It looks decent. I shouldn't say good. It looks decent from the outside, which
yeah,
is
show
more
the
important.
outside.
Like that looks like a legit zipper.
And zip and unzip.
Boom.
So next up, mesh for the windows.
Mesh for the windows, and the mesh is gonna go on the outside so that we can, like, if we're in the topper, we can unzip this window and it'll be mesh. Because if the mesh is on the inside, we have to unzip the mesh and then unzip this and then close the mesh. That doesn't make sense, does it?
No.
Yeah, okay.
We ordered a fine window mesh from the same place that we got the fabric and used our cardboard template to measure everything out. And as you can see, more basting tape was used. Again, order a lot if you are doing this project. Luke was really getting the hang of it at this point, but this video is still sped up.
One door done. This is the inside. We just unzip it, roll it back, and there's our mesh, which looks like it's all connected.
That's so cool, we have a window.
A window, and if we need to get in or out, we got zippers for the mesh.
I am so impressed.
Ooh.
You did it.
1/3.
High five, hun.
A little bit more to go.
Proud of you.
Crazy.
Here's a closer look at the finished panel, and then Luke repeated it for the other side. These zippers also are waterproof. which we ordered online from Sewing Supply Depot. The third panel is more of a square and goes on the tailgate side of the truck tent. The other difference with this panel is that the mesh is on the inside and we did an outside flap that would turn into an awning. The next step is to use a seam sealant. We use this one from Gear Aid, and you have to go all around every stitch, thread, zipper, pretty much anywhere Luke put a hole through the fabric, we had to put this on. You'll notice this white trim that Luke sewed in. This is called a Keter cord. This cording actually slides into what we call Keter rail, and this is how we attach it to the aluminum frame of our rooftop tent. I didn't even know that this stuff existed. Thankfully, Ripcord HQ outlined everything on their website for this design. Lastly, we need to get this tent up on the frame. We pre-planned how many T-nuts to put along each aluminum frame to mount the Keter rail. This part was tricky, trying to line up the screws to the T-nuts and then holding the frame perfectly and taut to make sure it would all fit was not easy. But we did it. This final moment of having a rooftop tent on top of our homemade truck cab, it was so surreal. It's crazy to think that in 2024, this is where we started. And after a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and many, many, many hours of working in the garage, we got to this point. A huge thank you to Ripcord HQ for giving us the blueprints and making this build possible. We cannot wait to show you more of our adventures in our new rig.